Common Sense Radio.
Good morning. Hey, coming up in an hour, 7:45, Rodney Davis, congressman over there in Illinois, who has trashed Trump and said he's not going to vote for him. Republican Rodney Davis is going to be on with us at 7:45. We will be interested in this conversation, I assure you. We had a lot of phone calls from people who are not happy. And if you're happy, I'd like to hear from you because I want to make sure I'm fair to the congressman. So if you're happy and you're glad about what he's doing, great. Hey, have you seen Hillary's America yet? Have you seen this yet? It's a great movie, beautifully put together, and very disturbing.
Who are these Democrats? What are they hiding?
The Democrats support slavery.
The person responsible for Hillary's America, which, by the way, is doing very well. I mean, when it first came out, people were flocking to the theaters to see it. Dinesh D'Souza, welcome to the program. How are you?
Hey, it's great to be on the show, and very excited that the movie has just come out in DVD, so you can now get it for yourself and also get it on digital download. And boy, it couldn't be in better timing 1 month out before the election.
And I love the fact that you describe it, among many ways it's described, as a shedding light on the Democrats' transition from pro-slavery to pro-enslavement.
Well, they were the party of slavery, and they defended it not only in the South but also in the North. And when slavery ended, they were in a shambles. And so they came up with this notion of enslavement. Now, initially, it was enslavement just for the minorities. So they built, urban plantations for blacks and reservations for the Native Americans and ghettos and barrios and slums for the other immigrants. But now, through a process of taxation, regulation, mandates, and so on, it seems like they're imposing the shackles of enslavement on all citizens.
Well, interestingly enough, too, Dinesh, especially as we have this obsession over what Trump said 11 years ago, and of course no one is defending it, not even Donald Trump. But at the same time, we have a Democratic Party that has elevated some of the worst elements of our society who have been some of the worst actors in it, and seemingly have no problem with those individuals. Like I could see a Republican having an issue with what Trump said, but I can't imagine a Democrat in any way, shape, or form being able to credibly attack Donald Trump, considering their moral compass.
Okay, well, it's highly comical to see how the Democrats have suddenly discovered personal sexual morality and are all indignant. They remind me of the French lieutenant in Casablanca. They're shocked to hear people talking like this. Now, this is all feigned. It's artificial outrage. The truth is that morality is also measured by what you do, as a party. And the Democratic Party has this sordid history from its very beginning. I mentioned slavery, but there's also segregation, Jim Crow, lynching, the Ku Klux Klan, forced sterilization. The Democrats are the ones who interned the Japanese Americans during World War II. So they did all this. And yet, in a kind of camouflage, what they've done is tried to put the blame on the South or on the white man or on America, everybody but on themselves, who are the true perpetrators.
And the worst part about this, too, Dinesh, I don't know, I guess I couldn't call it the worst part. One of the also disturbing things is we go from domestic to international, that you make the case, too, in Hillary's America that the foreign policy, the way Democrats see it, is not necessarily in terms of national interest, as you put it, but in terms of personal profit. And I think we've seen that with the Clinton Foundation.
That's very striking about the Clintons. It's actually not true of Obama. Obama is an ideologue, and at the end of the day, he wants to reduce America's wealth and power. It's a destructive ideology, but one that the poor guy actually believes. I think with the Clintons, on the other hand, you're dealing with Bonnie and Clyde. These are two guys who have been making rackets since the Arkansas days. And when Hillary became Secretary of State, Bill's speaking fee quadrupled. It went from $150,000 to almost $600,000. Now, obviously, no one was paying for a speech. It was kind of a bribe. They're paying Bill Clinton an inflated speaking fee because they want Hillary Clinton, his wife, to do them some kind of a public policy favor. So the Clintons have become very, very rich, but they did it not by inventing the iPhone or making any other kind of product. The product they've been selling is American foreign policy.
Unbelievable. Dinesh D'Souza, honestly, great work, and so glad to know you. I'm sorry I missed you when you were in St. Louis recently here, but everybody loved hearing you speak, and I appreciated the time you took to speak to us at the Republican National Convention there in Cleveland. If you go to DineshD'Souza.com, we'll put all the information for obtaining the DVD, the Blu-ray, digital HD of Hillary's America, which is out right now. Thank you for your hard work, my friend. We appreciate you. Keep it going, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, that is Dinesh D'Souza, Hillary's America. All the info up there on the electric stove, 971talk.com/Allman. KJ on the way, and Genevieve Wood and your phone calls.